Have you ever wondered how India's modern administration and constitution were shaped? Let's take a quick journey from 1773 to 1947. 1. Regulating Act, 1773. The first major British law for India. The Governor of Bengal became the Governor-General of Bengal. Warren Hastings was the first to hold this post. Also, the first Supreme Court was set up in Calcutta. For the first time, the British government controlled the East India Company's activities. 2. Pitt's India Act, 1784. Introduced dual control, the company and the British government shared power. Board of Control and Court of Directors were created. 3. Charter Act, 1813. The company's trade monopoly was ended. Christian missionaries were allowed to preach in India. 4. Charter Act, 1833. The Governor-General of Bengal became the Governor-General of India. Lord William Bentinck was the first to hold this title. The company's trade was completely abolished. Lawmaking power was centralized. 5. Charter Act, 1853. Legislative Council expanded with separate members. Introduced open competition for the Indian Civil Services, ICS, for the first time. 6. Government of India Act, 1858. After the revolt of 1857, the company's rule ended. India came under the direct rule of the British Crown. The Governor-General was now called the Viceroy of India. Lord Canning was the first Viceroy. 7. Indian Councils Act, 1861. Legislative councils were expanded, and non-official Indian members were added. Provinces were given powers to make laws. 8. Indian Councils Act, 1892. The number of council members increased. Indians were allowed limited participation, including asking questions on the budget but with no real power. 9. Indian Councils Act, 1909, Morlemento reforms. Introduced separate electorates for Muslims, the first communal representation. Increased the number of Indian members in the councils. 10. Government of India Act, 1919, Montagu-Chelmsford reforms. Introduced diarchy in provinces. Dividing subjects between the British and Indian ministers. Expanded legislative councils at both the central and provincial levels. 11. Government of India Act, 1935. The most comprehensive act. Proposed a federal structure for India. Gave full provincial autonomy. Ended diarchy in provinces but proposed it for the centre. Laid the groundwork for India's constitution. 12. Indian Independence Act, 1947. Finally, India and Pakistan became two independent nations. British control ended forever. India's Constituent Assembly got the power to frame its own constitution. From control to freedom, these acts shaped the journey of modern India. Know your history, shape your future.